What we want to say is this, Trevor. Number one, I expect that by the end of the day or before they go for vetting, we will receive resignations of these people from their positions in the party. That is my expectation, because the law is that they cannot go into cabinet as partisan members of political parties. Number two, if ODM was asked, if Raila Odinga was asked to present names of people who are capable of turning around this country and address the issues that have been raised by Gen Z, the Raila Odinga that I know will not present 4 names of all men. That one I can tell you for a fact. In fact, we have a very strong sentiment within the party. Even during meetings of a party, if you give 3 men to speak before a woman speaks, you will be in trouble. There is no way Raila presents 4 names, 2 from one region, in a party as diverse as ODM. I am telling you, this is not a decision of Raila Odinga. It is a decision made between these members and the president himself. Number 4, you would have to show me a document signed by the party leadership themselves that acknowledges or agrees that we are now going to go into a coalition with any other political party. Trevor, I am not averse to conversations. In fact, I was very surprised after the election in South Africa. I never knew or expected that the DA would have conversations with the ANC to form a government of national unity. But it happened. But it was a formal conversation. I have met members of a DA, and they have told me the process they went through, that these people, these 2 political parties, hold different views on different things. For instance, on the question of taxation, you know our position as ODM, that in fact we cannot continue to lump taxes on Kenyans in the current economic environment. We have a different view. I would have preferred a situation where you sit down and you say the country is in a crisis. We would want a way out. What are your thoughts? And then after that, you go to the question of, now that we have agreed this is what we need to do, who are the people who you believe would best help us to achieve this? In the absence of such a process, Trevor, it is difficult for you to bind a party like ODM and say that this is a decision of ODM. I will never keep quiet, Trevor, because luckily for me, even when I am not SG of ODM, I am the senator of Nairobi. I can very well come to this show to speak for the people of Nairobi. If it is deemed anywhere else that I do not speak for ODM, I will not be SG of ODM forever. And I believe that in the party, there is enough talent for people to be able to do this job. I will not hang on to the position of ODM if my views are diametrically opposed to the position of the party. In fact, Trevor, I have made it clear to the leadership of the party that if I am made or we are made to vacate the position that we took, that this decision was not a decision of a party, then my position as SG will be untenable. I am ready to make that position very clear. But I cannot be seen to be a madman just saying things that I do not know. Okay. When a member of parliament who attended a PG misrepresents what happened in that PG, what is supposed to happen to that member of parliament? Because the party constitution still says that I'm the spokesperson of a party. Okay. And I have never misrepresented the position of a party or misrepresented the position of any organ of ODM. Okay. So what I want to say here, Trevor, that I have lived my life. I have pledged to always be truthful to the people of Kenya, the people who elected me. I will never come here to give you a position other than a position that I believe to be true.
Sifuna, I'll start with you. Has ODM joined the government?
No, ODM has not joined government. And Trevor, I want to thank all the Kenyans across the world who have reached out to me to try and understand what is going on. I want to just say that, first of all, as the Secretary General of ODM, I sit in all organs of the party. And that as SG of ODM, I am the spokesperson of all of those organs of the party. Kenyans at this particular moment in time, they just want someone to level with them and tell them the truth. Of course, there's been a lot of speculation as to the import of what happened yesterday. But the truth of the matter is that there is no decision of any organ of ODM that I sit in to join the Ruto government. In fact, ever since the meeting at KICC, where the first product of the NADCO conversation was being birthed, the signature on the IEBC Act, I think there has been a deliberate effort to misrepresent the position of a party, especially in the print media. And I have to be honest with you, Trevor, that I personally am not very happy with the way that the media has chosen to report the matters that have happened in the past few weeks. Because at KICC, our leader spoke very clearly that what the party would have wanted to see is a national conversation And there has been a deliberate effort in media to conflate a national dialogue with a dialogue between ODM and UDA, or between Raila Odinga and William Ruto, to join his government. Nothing could be further from the truth. And we are being accused of not communicating clearly. We are being accused of prevaricating. We are being accused of doublespeak. We are being accused of being wishy-washy or being turncoats and turning at every turn. But I have been very clear as SG of ODM. If you look at the communication that has come from the party, from the decision or the communication at KICC during the signature of the IEBC bill, Raila Odinga said that we as a party would welcome a national conversation to address the issues that have been raised by the Gen Zs, that have been raised by people that have bedeviled this country over a period of time. And when he finished that conversation, he came and convened a central committee of the party, because that's what Baba always does. If there is no opportunity for us to meet before an event, he always comes back to the party to brief the party and to take a common position. So he comes and we have a central committee of the party. And after that central committee of the party, we make a declaration, a statement from ODM. I write these statements myself and I read them myself. There is no confusion on the part of the SG of ODM. There is no confusion on the part of any organ of the party. We say that for us, the most important conversation is to have a dialogue amongst ourselves as Kenyans, not a table where it is ODM and UDA, but a table where all Kenyans are there. And I remember saying in that statement that we will go to any table as ODM to have a conversation about the issues that have arisen, the issues that have bedeviled this country for a long time. If it is tribalism, it is unemployment, it is all of those things, the quest for justice and social inclusion. We said we would go to any table. We also said, Trevor, that we would not object to any person being on that table. If we went to that meeting and we found the devil there, we would allow him to say his bit, because I also have things to say to the devil. If the devil asks me for a meeting, I will go to that meeting. I have things to say to the devil. You know, I need to tell him that scripture is clear. He will not win. It is clear that he's in a losing battle. He might as well give up already. And the Bible tells me that God himself, in the book of Job, has conversations with the devil. You cannot tell me there's a table that I cannot go to. So we make it very clear that we will not object. If we get to that table and we find Tom Ojienda there, I will not say I don't want to see Tom Ojienda there.
Okay.
I want to have a conversation with him. There is a second meeting, Trevor. This time, of the Central Committee, of the PG, of the National Executive Committee of ODM.
Yeah.
If you look at the ODM party constitution, it is the responsibility of the Secretary General, Sifuna, for this instance, to take the minutes of those meetings and to read the declarations of those meetings. On that particular day, I was actually supposed to be on a flight at 6 p.m. to Italy. There was a conversation I was going to Lake Como. I read the resolutions of ODM as passed by the joint PG and NEC, and in none of those resolutions was there a resolution to join the Ruto government.
Okay.